and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet with Jeannie, where we talk about wearable crochet style. Today I'm going to be showing you 4 works in progress that I have working on right now so that I can finish these in the next couple of weeks and get my summer crochet kind of over with. I've got a couple of other things in my whip collection that I'm making, but these are 4 things that I'm really working on hard right now trying to finish. Today I'm wearing my summer scarf. It is made out of cotton lurex, which is by Rico. It's in the colorway yellow. It has beautiful accents of a metallic yarn that is woven through this yarn, and let me just show you a close-up of that. I made this from the Fortune Shawlette pattern by Moogly on the Moogly blog, and I will put a link to it down in the description box. If you haven't seen my video, I'll try to find that too, and I'll put it down here so you can see actually how I made it and what I did differently with the pattern. So I wanted to show you that before I got started. I'm also making a video with a monotone look. So every now and then I'll get a scarf and I'll find a shirt that matches it. And so when I wear that, it's not, got a lot of color up here around my face, but it is a pretty texture to add on to just a plain short sleeve t-shirt, which is what I have on today. It's really hot here, so I may come out of the scarf if I go outside for any length of time, but in the house it's fine. If in the store it's fine. So I find myself wearing these a lot, and people will stop me and ask me, where did you get your scarf? And of course I have to tell them I made it. Oh, you made it. So it's kind of fun, and I can encourage people to crochet. Go out on the web and learn how to crochet. It's a lot of fun, and you can make beautiful things with your crochet. So I'm a big proponent in telling people what I'm wearing, because that way they can see maybe I could do that too, because the Fortune Shawlette is not difficult. Once you have the first 2 rows done, it's a slam dunk. So I just wanted to tell you what I have on today. Now my first work in progress is from the Just Peachy Top by Yarnspirations, and here's a picture of the girl wearing it. It's called Just Peachy Top. I've made this one other time in a purple yarn, and it's in my Sweaters and Tops playlist. You can see it. It's really easy to find. It's purple, Just Peachy Top in the title. But I am forever making changes to patterns, so I'm doing the same thing with this one. I am making it out of Jeans yarn by Lion Brand, and I think I've already introduced this one time, but this is Jeans yarn in colors, and this colorway is Capri, and it's very beautiful. It's kind of a turquoise. That's pretty true to color. It's a turquoise color. It's a very beautiful yarn. They call it a 3. It's really a 4. In my opinion, this is more of a 4 weight yarn, but it is sold as a 3, and some of the patterns that I've come across say Jeans yarn, so I use it because I know that the designer has used it, and it'll turn out okay. So I'm making this out of the Jeans yarn because I had 3 balls of it and I didn't know what to do with it. So I thought I'll just make one of these tops with it and wear it over white or black, and it'll look great. So I'm making this. I've gotten probably 10 or 12 rows done. What I did was I did some single crochet along the edges the pattern called for, and then a couple of rows of lace. And then I did a row of treble crochet, chain 1, skip 1, treble crochet, chain 1, skip 1, instead of double crochet. I just wanted something different there. So I did 3 rows of lace here, and then I did another row to match the treble crochet on the other side. I'm on this row now, so what I'm going to try to do is mirror over here. I'll probably make another row of lace and another row, a row of single crochet to match this side. Let me hold that up there so you can see it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm almost done. I have one more row of lace and a row of single crochet to finish on this piece. And then if it's not quite wide enough, which I have a feeling it's not going to be wide enough, I may repeat these rows again. I'll pick out a few rows that are the right measurement, and then I will repeat those over here and then finish up with a single crochet row on the edge. So I'm kind of crocheting as I go on this one, and I love to do that. On something that's not fitted, you can do anything you want to, as long as you make the piece the size that it tells you to make it. Anything in the middle there is up to you. You can do whatever you want. So I want to inspire you to do that. I'm glad people are writing me and saying, I made the Just Peachy top, but I made it out of this or that. I used this or that hook, and I think that is so awesome because it allows you to design your own pattern using a designer's pattern. And I always give them plenty of credit. And I'm making this with a J hook, so I just wanted you to know that. Jeans yarn from Lion Brand with a J hook. That's what I'm making the Just Peachy top from. I also, in my quest for hand-dyed yarns, when I went to the Fiber Arts Festival, I bought a hank of this beautiful yarn. It is a DK weight, and it's called Nantahala. It was the color that was designed for the actual Fiber Arts Festival. And it's the colors of the Nantahala River, which is one of our rivers nearby. And it's beautiful blue and green. There's some lighter colors in here, colors of rocks. She explained it all to me at the time, and I thought it was really cool. So I bought a hank of it, and it's been sitting over here, and I haven't done anything with it. So I caked it up yesterday, and I'm just going to make a scarf of it. But you know, I have so much of it, I wonder if I ought to make a shawlette out of it. I haven't really decided. I've made some of the scarf, and I may just frog it right out because it's not a big deal. I didn't spend a lot of time on it. But I wanted to show you what I did. This is called Designing As You Go. I started out, let's see, that's the bottom. Here's the bottom. I started out here with a row of single crochet and a row of double crochet. Okay, that's easy. And I'm on about 14 stitches across. All right, this is a DK weight yarn. That doesn't want to lay flat. All right, then I did a row of trebles, chain one, skip one, treble, chain one, skip one, right there. I did a row of those. And then I did another couple of rows of double crochet, a row of trebles, a couple rows of double crochet, and a row of trebles. And I've done that all the way this far. I've made it this big. I can't decide if I like it or not. I kind of like it, but I'm not going to use up very much of that yarn to make it because it's probably just going to be maybe this long times 2. So it'll be 3 lengths. And look at all the yarn I've got left. I mean, I've got a huge amount of yarn. So I might rip this out and make a fortune shawlette out of it. Just make it until I run out of yarn. That's probably what I should do because I want to use all the yarn. I don't want to have any of this left over. First of all, because I can't get any more of it. And it doesn't go with a whole lot of things that I like, so as far as a solid color. So I'll probably just do the fortune shawlette, a quick version of that, and use up the yarn and just make it as big as it turns out to be. I don't know, but that's in the works. So I'm working on that. And I don't have to work on it right now because it's wool. It's actually 100% superwash merino wool, 250 yards on the hank. So I don't have to do this right now. I just wanted to do something different yesterday. I was kind of tired of working on my whips, and I know y'all probably find that if you have a big blanket or something like that you're working on, sometimes you'll take a break and work on a smaller crochet project. You're still working on crochet, but sometimes you get tired of seeing those same colors over and over. So it's good to take a break and make something small that you can finish and enjoy while you go back and work on your blanket. I don't make blankets, except I did make one for my daughter when her baby was born, but I don't make blankets. That's just too much distraction for me. I like to make wearables, and that's what this channel is all about, making wearable crochet. All right, here's another project I have in the works. This is the Cabana top by Sorella. I really like it. I have seen it not made up, but almost finished by a girl that lives in town, and I saw her last week, and she had this in her project bag, and she had already crocheted almost the whole front, and it was really, really pretty. So I grabbed my comfy cotton, and I thought, I'm going to make that, and I've gotten this far on it. I've made probably 2/3 of the front, and I obviously haven't worked on the sleeves yet. But this is what it looks like, and it's a ribbed look because you are working in the back loop only on every single row. So it's got a texture. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a texture. It's not just plain. So I really like that, and I'm making it out of the whipped cream comfy cotton, just like she says in the pattern. So I'm working diligently on that. It's made with a K hook, which is a 6.5 millimeter hook. Very, very easy to make. It goes fast. So I should have that done in the next week or so. And the last project that I'm working on is my own design. It is made from cotton fair, and I'm using the lavender color. It's really, really pretty. It's soft. It's not as soft as the yellow flash. I don't know why. I feel of it and it's not as soft. It could be that it's more color dense. I don't know. I don't know why yarns are like that are made exactly the same out of the same composition, why they would feel differently, but it's got to be the color, so I'm just going with that. This is my second ball that I'm on. This is the second ball that I'm on. Now, so far, I have made the back, and it's, you know, good size. That's a stitch marker there, by the way, showing me the right side. But what I'm doing with this is I'm making it out of double crochet. I'm using an I hook, which is a little bit smaller than a J. It's one size smaller, and it is a 5.5 millimeter. And I'm taking it down a size because I didn't want to have to wear a tank top under it, although I may have to. I may have to anyway. But this is done in double crochet, and at the top of the sweater, I'm putting lace. And I'll show you how that works. I mean, it's going to be, this is the back. All right, just pretend I'm turned around. And this lace is going to be right about, it's going to be right about there. And it's going to go over onto the sleeve on the top. And then I'm making the front, and I've gotten quite a ways on the front. When I get to the neck, I'm going to scoop the neck like I always do, and the instructions are in 2 or 3 different places. I'm going to scoop the neck, and then when I crochet up onto the shoulder, one on one side and then the other, I'm going to put the lace to match this on the front. So I'll have this along right about there on the top of the sleeve, and then on this side as well. And then I will, you know, gather the sleeve up underneath. I'm going to, if all goes well, and what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to make this a short sleeve sweater. I'm not going to make it all the way to the elbow. I'm going to make them about halfway, and I'll probably do that with single crochet around the edge. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it. I might do double crochet and then edge it with single. I really wanted to do something different on this particular sweater. So to make it very, very simple, and so that y'all could follow my instructions, I did the lace. And I will, when I show this to you and it's completed, I'll put the instructions in the description box for how I did this. It doesn't, I think what I did was 2 rows of single crochet at the top. Yes, here it is. 2 rows of single crochet, 1 row of double crochet lace, which is a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet. All right, and then below that I did another row of double crochet, and then below that a row of the lace, and then I did a row of double crochet and went on and finished it. Now I will tell you, this is where I started the sweater. Okay, I started at the bottom, and I thought I'm going to put some lace at the bottom of the sweater. This is just how my mind works. And then I thought, no, I think I'm going to put that at the top. I'm going to leave the bottom plain. And I may go around, when I get it all sewn together, I may go around and put a band around the bottom. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. But it won't be lace, I don't think. I'm going to keep the lace up high. So it's going to be on the sleeve, and it's going to be across the top of the sweater. So that'll be enough lace on this particular sweater. But I actually started with my hip measurement here, which is going to be a square, so it doesn't matter if you start at the bottom or the top. But when I flipped it around and decided to use the lace at the top, I was so pleased because it's just a different look, and it's not hard at all. And when I finish it, I'll go over everything that I did to make this sweater, and you can make one on your own. All you need is your hip measurement, and that'll get you going, and follow the very simple directions, and you should be able to make a top in no time. You can also use any kind of yarn and any size hook. It depends on how see-through you want it to be, or if you want it to be lacy, you can make it out of a lace fabric, which I don't recommend for a beginner crocheter, but you might want to do that. I'm taking this off anyway. I'm going to hang that back up. Anyway, you can make this out of any kind of yarn you want. You could actually make it out of cotton lurex if you wanted to. This is a tiny little yarn, and you probably would not want to make it with a J hook. You'd probably want to make it with a smaller hook. or if you have a lot of fingering yarn lying around, you could reduce the size of your hook, and it would be so awesome to make a fabric that you can't see through at all. I didn't do that with this, and I wish I had. I'll have to try it on when I get it finished and say, gee, I really need a tank top under that, or maybe I don't need one. I'll just have to see. But that's the way I wanted to make it. I really like the way it looks, and on another sweater I might make it out of a smaller stitch and a smaller hook, or a smaller stitch and a larger hook. I don't know, just depends. Everything is up for grabs. But one thing I did want to tell you about this particular scarf, I'm using an MN hook, which is a 9.0 millimeter for that. And it was just an experiment to see if I liked it. This is my new hook that I ordered from Amazon. It's the clover hook, and it's the only one I didn't have. So I thought I'm going to use that to see how it looks. And it does make the stitches pretty big. I mean, they are fairly big, but I wasn't going for a lot of coverage here. I just wanted something lacy. So if I make the fortune shawlette, I'm going to actually use this hook, and I'll show you how it turns out. So that's all I have for today. I wanted to show you those 4 works in progress because every day I do a little something on different ones so that I don't get bored. And I know y'all have a lot of whips and sitting around, and if you work on a little bit on one today and tomorrow work on this other one, you'll finish them all at the same time. It's kind of fun. Or you can work really hard and finish one, but work on the others as you're sitting around, maybe getting tired of looking at a purple thread. I got tired of that yesterday, so I started my scarf. I just got tired of looking at it. So I wanted something that was unique and different, so I started this. I thought I was going to make something out of it, and I may change my mind, which I've probably already done already. So join me next time to find out what's on the hook.